with all kind of stuff. Problem is people believe them. So why do we need those people? We don't, because we have everything.
Okay. And when you say everything, what is your everything?
It's like Quran and Sunnah. That's we good. We just need to understand them better.
Okay. And how long do you feel we have to understand them?
I mean, the best we can. We know perfect. No one is perfect, and time changes. We are in different time than you know. So we just need to understand them and do practice them the right way, the best we can. I mean, it's hard to be perfect.
Okay. And if we don't do that, yeah, I hear you saying, but let's say that as it stands, we have not been not only perfect, but we've really performed at an F level.
Yeah, you know why?
Okay.
Because of scholars, supposedly those people who are holier than thou, they were supposed to explain things and simplify things easier but you went and complicated things.
Mm-hmm. And how many people are we talking about? I mean, how many scholars are we talking about?
A lot, brother, a lot. It's like pretty much every single one.
Mm.
No one is perfect.
And how many generations are we talking about, brother?
I don't know. A lot.
A lot of generations.
Just after the prophet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. After the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam generation.
Yes, brother. I even watched Harun al-Rashid and I watched like those series and kind of
Mm-hmm.
it seems like it was an Islamic time and people supposedly were better off as
Mm-hmm.
far as language and a lot of things, but still life temptation and stuff does 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 interfere, you know. And but I don't know, but you know, it's not as hard. It's not really our religion is not hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's really simple. It's simple, and we don't have to be expert on it even to practice it.
Very good.
It's
What would
really
you say to
simple.
the assertion that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He delivered the promise that He gave to the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, the wisdom of the Quran. He gave him that. This is the hikmah. And He also gave him the Quran in terms of a social, cultural means of uh, independence for the masses, which is al-Islam. Okay, what would you say to that assertion? And despite all the time, despite all the decades, despite all of the wrong, and or I should say, all of the mistakes, there has been a perfection in the modern means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself has chosen. What would you say to that assertion? What would you say that Allah ta'ala, he decides, what he's going to send, to whom he's going to send it to, where, and how he's going to send it? What would you say to that assertion?
I mean, it's true, but after the prophet, it's kind of really hard to tell. Especially people are becoming really good at communication. They could convince you pretty much anything.
Hmm. And what would you say to the fact that out of the uh, the the criteria in telling were the same criteria that the prophets actually had in terms of character, in terms of personality, in terms of practice, in terms of status? What would you say to that?
I think doesn't even come close or better.
Okay. And what would you say to the fact that not only so, but the wisdom that was given to the prophets were also given to this particular individual as well? Then what would you say at that point in time? Would you also find it too hard to believe?
After the Prophet, it's kind of hard to believe, brother.
Well, so you mentioned the Prophet, and you keep saying the Prophet, and you mentioned the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, correct?
Yes, brother.
Very good. So that means that you were not obviously during the time of Prophet, right?
And we're not getting the Prophet ﷺ himself either.
I'm sorry?
And we're not getting him either.
And we're not
getting that time, we're not getting that type of personality, that type of, morals, that type
okay.
of
But now
stability, that type of wisdom.
allow me to say that you just contradicted your initial answer. Initially you said correct. In other words, Allah Ta'ala, He decides who He's going to choose, when and how He's going to choose. So it's really not up to me, it's not up to you, it's not up to any individual. Allah Ta'ala, He decides without any consideration from anybody on what He's going to do. So we, as Muslims, we have to accept that. And we should not, say about, it's going to be hard after Prophet when we were not even there during Prophet. And then when we ask about Prophet, certain questions, we're not going to be able to answer it. Like,
Brother, no, I haven't contradicted myself.
Brother,
let me elaborate.
Brother.
Let me elaborate, please. So did my idea.
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. So the Prophet ﷺ came with the revelation of the Quran. He was the last messenger. That was a statement. That it's a fact. So there is nobody coming after him. We know that. He came and he told us that he completed our religion. He stated
okay,
well.
excuse me. It's not the fact that he completed our religion.
So what other facts, brother?
The revelation, brother, the revelation ceasing to come down. This was the completion of the revelation, of the religion, I'm sorry. So it's really, so people are looking like too much into life or name or, association, affiliation with Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, the person, but they should really be looking at the actual message, al-Islam.
He completed the message himself.
Brother, the Quran, brother, the revelation, brother, because no more revelation, no more hukm is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brother. No more laws, bylaws of that nature, brother.
Okay.
Because remember, what's that?
We are good. We don't need other people coming with some sort of ideologies.
I was just mentioning that when you say people, you know what people are? Honestly, when you say people, you know what people are?
Brother. They are just people.
Brother, people are plural. They're followers, brother. Anytime you say people, brother, everybody is a follower when you say people. If they don't have one and one only leader, then that's how they have no effective body. That's the problem, brother. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has, given this responsibility to the People's Republic of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Brother, you understand? And in all fairness and honesty, at this juncture, I myself and anybody whom I'm fully elaborative with, the truth I will have to state. The Quran, there is absolutely nothing and no one who can refute, mislead, and distort that in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us to be the means of our communication with Him in finding ultimate salvation and everlasting eternal peace in a most harmonious way. Brother, the Quranic revolution is a civil revolution, brother. You must understand this. The other thing, brother, is that again, you have to, study the Quran, brother, because the Quran, it has the answers. You understand, brother? You have to, look at the laws, the bylaws, the criteria, the characteristics of the Tawheed, mainly Tawheed. People left the Tawheed, They started with leaving Tawheed, subhanallah, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the Quran, everybody will recite Qul Huwallahu Ahad. Okay, that's very nice. Okay, now translate it. Then you have a problem. Already you have a problem. But where's the ayat that, 1/3 of the Quran is the Tawheed? 1/3 of the Quran, brother. Do you understand that 1/3 of the Quran is Tawheed, brother?
Yeah, brother.
And
Yeah,
people have neglected, brother, the Quran. People have neglected the Tawheed before, brother. And this is where, brother, the shirk came into the play, brother. So, in all fairness, you understand, when the mistake, for example, the one who was creating the light bulb, how many times did he get it wrong? The one who was starting the car, how many times did they get that wrong? The airplane, how many times did they get that wrong? But once they got it right and they started and they knew how to get it right, that was it. You understand, brother? So the time, nobody knows. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows. And He says, Amanu. Amanu. They believe together, these are the people who, body that believes, brother. The body that believes. And the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, that you're going to get to now where everybody has all these scholars. Everybody, let me ask this scholar, my scholar said this. No, I'm not going to be able to get back to you until I talk to my scholar. And they never get back to you, brother. They never get back to you. You have this kind of corruption going on, within our, immigrant, I will call them immigrant brown, Arabic communities. It's ridiculous, brother. You understand? So the Prophet ﷺ said, when you have all this division, come together under the banner of the Quran. Hold on to the Quran, brother. That's what he said on this occasion, brother. So you must understand that this deen, is started with La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This is the first oath of allegiance, brother. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Al-yawma tujza kullu nafsim. On this day I'm going to reward every soul. You understand, brother? Therefore, brother, if, again, our leader does not desire anything of this world, and they have been given the secrets, the wisdom, the sound judgment, and the abilities in which the miracle of miracles, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's word, the soul itself of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Quran, has empowered, brother. You understand? Then I feel, or we, brother, isn't it a we situation, brother?
Yes, brother.
That's very good, brother. Welcome to the family, brother. This is the Ummah, brother, Ummah to Muhammadiyya sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Brother, the baby revolution was so nice last night, brother, the baby revolution. Brother, the baby revolution was special, brother. It's almost like...
we don't more people or more leaders.
Brother, no, brother. See, it's not, you don't need leaders. You need one leader, brother. It's not leaders. See, brother, you don't, it's not, at this point, you have to start somewhere. So you need one leader, brother. But this, and did you know, like the Shia, do you know something about the Shia, brother?
I don't know much, brother.
That's the problem. That's the greatest problem. Any opinion that is Sunni, somebody who says that I'm Sunni, they have about a Shia, they will say, I don't know, or they will say something like really bad about them, brother. They will insult them, brother. And that's not right. And if you go to Shia also, brother, they will say the same about the Sunni. They either don't know or they insult. What the fluff is that, brother?
brother, they don't know. Insult them, that's bad. So
That's
I don't
what,
know
but
what.
that's what we have. So